Alright, we're moving on to page 2 now. I'm going to skip 23 and 24 and go right to 25. And in this diagram, I'm going to go ahead and input the values. So F is 9, G is 40, H is 41. When you do 23 and 24, you should do that as well, but then just erase them afterwards so you can put the new values in. That helps me the most. So I want to know what the sign of F is. So here's F, here's angle F. The sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. O over H. So the sine of F is 9 over 41. And I want to change that to a decimal. And that's 0.2195. Let's go that far. We might as well. Now the cosine of F. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So it's 40 over 41. That's the hypotenuse right there. So that's 0.9756. Now the tangent of F, tangent is opposite over hypotenuse. So 9 over 40. Calculator. 0.225. Sine of G. So now still the hypotenuse here, but now opposite and adjacent. So G. Sine of G, opposite over hypotenuse. 40 over 41. I already know that decimal. It's right up there. Remember the sine and cosine of two complementary angles are going to be the same thing. So 0.9756. Cosine of G, 9 over 41. And that's 0.2195. Then the tangent of G, 40 over 9. So that's just the tangent of F flipped over. So that's 4.44 repeating. Alright, next one, 26. Space shuttle is directed toward the moon, but drifts 0.8 degrees from its calculated path. Distance from Earth to the moon is this much. How far is the space shuttle drifted from its path when it reaches the moon? So, and really tiny angle here. That angle right there is 0.8 degrees. And I want to know how far has it drifted when it gets this far. So hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. So I'm going to use tangent now. TOA, tangent equals adjacent over opposite. Sorry. Opposite over adjacent. So tangent of 0.8 equals x over 240,000. So I type this in, tangent 0.8 times 240,000. So x is that's the difference. That's a pretty big difference right there. All right, next, these ones will go pretty easy. Sine of 5, just type this in, sine 5 is 0.087. I'm going to skip that one. Cosine 61, 0.4848. All right, I'm using my calculator here. You've also got the calculator on your laptops. All right, now I want to know what B is. So B is the inverse sine of 0.2985. So I use my calculator. Inverse sine 0.2985. So 17.4 degrees. That's what we'll round to. And A is the inverse tangent, 0.4168. So I type that in. Enter. So A is 22.6 degrees. All right, we'll skip that one too. And 18. Let's go on to 19. So this is what I'm thinking the whole time. So Katoa. I know X, or I want to know X. Hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. So tangent gives me that. So tangent of X, 27/8. That's opposite over adjacent. So X is the inverse tangent. I type that in on my calculator. So X is 73.5 degrees. And then the last one we'll do on this page. Hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. I want to know adjacent, I know hypotenuse, so let's do cosine. So now I multiply both sides by 19. So I'll type this into the calculator because that's what X is. So X is 15.9. All right, that's page 2.